Boy, it's hot out here today. So welcome to my garage. Check this out. A 1974 Panasonic touring bicycle. We're going to remove the bicycle from the garage and get it back on the road. These garage doors have not been opened in years, so we're going to open them and extract the bicycle. How does this work? Here we go.
I'll go out and take the bike out, and you can lock the doors back up.
Yeah, okay. Come on, hurry up. What's taking you so long?
Spiders.
Wow, look at the spider webs on it.
Oh my God, this is heavy.
It's full of spider webs.
Yep.
Alright, I gotta get that garage door closed. This is a Panasonic bicycle purchased in 1974 from Bicycle City, USA. 2032 Cottman Avenue. That's at Cottman and Castor in Northeast Philadelphia. I put $20 down and paid $50 a week until the bicycle was paid off. Bicycle City isn't there anymore. This bicycle has a 25-inch frame made of chrome moly 4130, which is a steel alloy that's resistant to metal fatigue and is used for making bicycle frames and aircraft components. The bicycle came equipped with Suntour derailleurs and shift levers and Diacomp center pull brakes. The center pull brake design went out of style a few years after this bicycle was made, and it's very rare today to find a bicycle that has center pull brakes on it. Unfortunately, it is no longer all original. Some of the parts have been replaced, including the seat, the rear wheel, the freewheel, the rear derailleur, and the chain. This bicycle has about 15,000 to 18,000 miles on it, and I rode it from 1974 till 1996. One day in 1996, I was on a training ride with my brother-in-law, Andy. We were going to ride down the shore to Wildwood, New Jersey, and decided to do a couple of 25-mile rides beforehand. On one of these rides, I rode past a branch that was laying on the ground. A stick from the branch went through my back wheel into the chain and tried to go through the derailleur. It destroyed the derailleur and the back wheel. This was about a week before our trip to the shore, and I was not able to find a replacement rear derailleur. Suntour was out of business. I had a 34-tooth cog in the back, and a modern, at the time, 1996, a modern derailleur could not handle 34 teeth. So I ended up buying an entire new bicycle just for this trip down to the shore. After we got back from the shore, I looked into this derailleur issue a little more thoroughly. There was no way I was going to junk an entire bike because I couldn't find one part. So guess what was becoming popular? Mountain bikes. I found out that there were mountain bike derailleurs that can easily handle 34 teeth. So I purchased a new back wheel, a derailleur made for a mountain bike, and a new chain. And the bike was back in business. I really liked the new bike. It was a specialized Allez, I don't know, Spanish meaning go, I think, A-L-L-E-Z. I didn't see any point in having two bicycles. Now, my brother Joe is taller than I am and could easily fit on this 25-inch frame. So I gave the bicycle to my brother Joe. Joe rode the bicycle for a couple of years till he got a car, and then he gave me the bicycle back. And it's been sitting in the garage ever since. This picture is from the 1974 Panasonic Bicycle catalog. It just shows some dude in a red turtleneck sitting on the bicycle. The bicycle's in the grass. He's not even riding it. But he looks happy enough. The first step in cleaning up the bicycle is to remove the chain. This chain does not have a master link, so we're going to use this chain tool. The chain tool works by driving one of the pins in the links partially out of the chain. You have to be very careful not to drive the pin completely out of the chain, or you'll be spending the next hour trying to get it back in. Now the pin's not out far enough to break the chain, so we'll use the tool to push the pin out just a little bit more, a half of a turn. This freewheel is pretty clean, but it's about to get even cleaner. This bottom bracket spins perfectly, nice and smooth. But the bearings are going to be relubed because some idiot probably just got water in there with a pressure washer. This tool will be used to remove the crank arms. It's called a crank puller. Underneath this cap is a bolt. A socket wrench is required to remove the bolt. The crank extracting tool is screwed into the crank, and then a wrench is used on the inner portion of the tool, which pushes the crank arm away from the bicycle. Bam! Ow! I just hit my thumb. These bearing cups are still filled with grease, which is why everything was spinning so nicely. I couldn't get the other bearing cup off, but that's okay. We can get everything from this side, as long as we don't lose any of the bearings. You can see the water in there from the pressure washer. This is the grease I used, Fill waterproof grease. Man, that's good stuff. That's been in there for 30 years. But I'm going to try this. Premium grease for bicycles. And this doesn't look like any grease I've ever used before. It looks like toothpaste. Here's the grease in the other bearing cup, the one I couldn't get off. To get the bearings in that other bearing cup, I'm going to stick them on the end of a screwdriver with some grease. And then I can place them exactly where I want them. One side of the spindle is longer than the other side. When you're putting this back together, make sure the long end points to the side of the bike that has the chain ring. Time to work on the brakes. Let's see how lazy I can be and just throw the brakes into an ultrasonic cleaner. This blue stuff is dishwashing liquid. It's called Original, but it doesn't say what it originally was. These came out pretty clean. Now that blue stuff was just regular dishwashing liquid. They say that the stuff for an automatic dishwasher works even better. It's got enzymes in it. Since that works so well, let's put the chain in there. Reattaching the rear brake. Oh my gosh, the combination of the chain and that dishwashing liquid grew a kickstand. The chain turned out pretty clean. It left a big pile of black stuff at the bottom of the ultrasonic cleaner. The jockey wheels on the rear derailleur are really stiff. They hardly want to turn at all. They're probably all gunked up with old oil. This little silver cylinder is the bearing. and it's all sticky. Now that it's all cleaned up, we'll lubricate it with a product called Tri-Flow. Tri-Flow has Teflon in it. That should prevent it from becoming sticky in the future. This is the front wheel. The bearings feel real nice, but we're going to take them out and repack them. I've got 3 cone wrenches, and none of them fit. That's not a problem. I'll just break the lock nut with these 2 socket wrenches. It wasn't even tight. That means I didn't have a cone wrench the last time I did this either. This is more of that same green waterproof grease that was in the bottom bracket. Ooh, this looks good. Yes. Man, that's tasty. Pulling out the bearings with a magnet. More. Let's do the other side. So good. This is the back wheel. This tire that I replaced in 1996 didn't hold up, and all of these spoke nipples are rusted. All of the spokes on the wheel are loose, and I determined that the wheel is not safe. So I ordered a new wheel from modernbike.com. This is the tool we're going to use to remove the freewheel. For some reason, the tool didn't want to fit, so I ground it down with a Dremel. And here it is in place. I've locked it in with the quick release. Now I'm about to make this look easy. Just like that, it's loose. But in reality, it was a lot harder than that. I left out the part where I was huffing and puffing and grunting and groaning. I thought this freewheel was black, but it was just all the dirt that was on it. I'm not going to take this apart. I took it apart years ago, and it's a pain in the neck to get it back together. So instead, I'm using this toothbrush handle to flood the inside of it with motor oil. We've got a package from Amazon. It's the cone wrench. Oh no, it's just a picture of a cone wrench. I must have ordered from Temu. Oh wait, no, there's a real one inside. Let's see if I can fit 2 pounds of grease into a 1 pound hole. There's so much grease in here, the ball bearings are drowning in it. That's okay, all this grease will keep the water out of the hub, especially when idiots clean the hub with a pressure washer. This is the other side. I didn't use quite so much grease initially, but I did go over it when I was done with more grease. Whoop, one got away. Not to worry, he can't go anywhere. Now the wheel's on the truing stand. We want to make sure that the rim is straight. And it turns out it was almost perfect. It just needed a little bit of adjustment. And when you turn these spoke wrenches, you turn them counterclockwise to tighten the spoke, or turn them clockwise to loosen the spoke. We've got our new back wheel, but checking the bearings, they're way too tight. Now, I guess they expect you to check these yourself and adjust them. Either that or they send the wheel purposely sabotaged. Here's the quick release skewer. I was wondering where that was. Now the rim tape is being applied. This is a piece of cloth tape that protects the inner tube from the back of the spoke nipples. Now it's time to reassemble the chain. So instead of using the chain tool to push the pin out of the link, we'll use the chain tool to push the pin back into the link. Now watch this, the chain tool is going to break. The pin in the chain tool is going to snap off and go flying. Fortunately, I have more than one chain tool. I actually had a lot of trouble getting this pin back into the chain. Well, it's a high quality chain. That might have something to do with it. This is a wax-based chain lubricant. Once it dries, dirt won't stick to the chain. Now it's time to actually get on the bicycle and make sure everything is adjusted properly. Everything seems perfectly fine. There's no indexing in this shifting, but the shifting is nice and smooth. The only thing I didn't like is the brakes, but that's to be expected. The brake pads are new and they have to be broken in, or they could just be crummy brake pads. Everything that moves on the bike was lubricated with Tri-Flow, except the pedals. I used regular oil on the pedals. One thing I didn't bother with was the head tube. That's the part where the fork and the handlebars are connected to the bicycle frame. These handlebars turn so smoothly, I didn't feel there was any need to take it apart. Now it's the next morning, and let's go on an actual bicycle ride. But first, we'd be very foolish to ride anywhere without having some way to fix a flat tire. Unless you like walking with your bicycle from mile after mile. There are no water bottle bosses on this bicycle frame, so the tire pump is being attached with wire ties. And the way it's mounted here, it's not going anywhere. 3 tire irons for removing the tire from the wheel if we have to, 6 patches, a piece of sandpaper, and some vulcanizing tire repair glue stuff. Donning my bicycle helmet. We did not have bicycle helmets in 1974. It's Sunday morning and we're tooling down Sumneytown Pike. Now, there are a few cars on here, but it's virtually traffic-free. On Monday, at about 4 o'clock, this road will be bumper to bumper. Now we're in sunny North Wales, Pennsylvania, turning onto Pennsylvania Avenue. We're about to go over a bridge. It's currently a 2-lane bridge, but at one time it held a single trolley track. The bridge took the trolley tracks over the train tracks. In the 1950s, the trolley tracks were removed, the bridge was paved, and it was a single-lane bridge with a speed limit of 5 miles per hour. Now Now we're on Center Avenue approaching Parkside Place. This pillar has a sign on it that says "Thank you for visiting" on both sides. Parkside Place is a beautiful park that the township has created. Here's the castle where all the kids can play. This area also contains the Upper Gwinnett swimming pool, the administration building, and the police station. I'm holding the camera in my hand, so a lot of this video was cut out when it got too choppy. Now we're in West Point, Pennsylvania on the main street. West Point, Pennsylvania is only about 4 streets wide. This is my house on the right, the white part. And there's your proof that it's my house. Now we're going past my daughter's house, and I noticed this car. I quick turned around and followed the car into the driveway. So this is my daughter Mary getting out of the car. She just came back from some kind of Simpson Girls Weekend thing where all of the girls were named Simpson. So it would be my daughters, my ex-wife, my sister, and probably my nieces. And she's showing me these shirts that they had made up. Now she's asking me about the bicycle. Where'd I get the bicycle? And I said I bought it. She said just now, and I said no, in 1974. These are the shirts that they had made up. It doesn't look like they wore them. They just gave them out. Simpson Girls Incorporated. But the woman who hosted this event isn't named Simpson or even related to us. So that was stupid. And those shirts are stupid. And Mary, if you're watching this, you're stupid too. Stupid. Here's another little park. And this is the parking lot for the automobiles. The place where the kids play is way over here, almost 100 feet away. The kids have to walk 100 feet. That's why there are no kids there. This is Andy's house. Andy and I rode our bicycles down to Wildwood, New Jersey in 1996. Now I'm taking a break at this little meadow, but it's not a meadow, it's actually just a grassy area next to the Pennsylvania Turnpike. From this perspective on the Turnpike, if you zoom in way off in the distance, you can see the spire of the Central Schwenkfelder Church. And in the foreground is Murraymead Farm. These cool-looking plants are called a common teasel, but they're actually a noxious weed and considered an invasive species, which will eventually take over this whole area. Now we're riding down Melissa Morris Road. This is a nice road. They put these bike lanes in about 3 years ago. This is West Point Pike, and because it's Sunday morning, there is very little traffic on it. You may see a car go by like that one, or this motorcycle, but that's about it. It's a very nice place to ride a bicycle. Now we're on this little side road that I found. It used to go somewhere, but they built some houses up ahead and they fenced off the end of it, so it's basically unused now. Now we're on some random street in North Wales that I took to get away from Sumneytown Pike. And I stopped the bike here because I discovered the first home of the famous artist William Trigo. As we swing the camera around, we see one of the oldest houses in the area. This house was here when the entire area was all farmland. Now we're back on Sumneytown Pike heading downhill. Then we'll go uphill and back to our point of origin. I don't have any video of the uphill because I needed to hold on to the handlebars with both hands while I was pedaling, and I found it very difficult to take a video while I was doing that. And now our Sunday morning bike ride is coming to an end. We have covered a distance of 10.4 miles.